Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're feeling inside. Just gonna take you out of my mind. And I gotta wake up without myself tomorrow. Try to confront every wall that you said. Even after you left, all this gap turned out to become sorrow. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you feel inside. Just gonna take you out of my mind. You gotta sit in your eyes. Try to confront the skies. Can you feel my outside?
You know, I have to look what song that is. I forget. Okay. It's always good to see you, Lamala. What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I seen. I woke up a little late this morning. I gotta have all my tweaker shots before I'm of the living. I missed you too. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I think I'm clicking on all of you. Good morning, everybody. I totally forgot what the hell I was going to say. Yes. Okay, so good way to start. Good way to start. Let's just start there. So Ernie has threatened to false strike me trillions of times. Ernie, every time you go live, you make me undefeatable. So when you say, yes, it's worse than ever before. That's how we're going to start today. It is worse than ever before. So Ernie has threatened to strike me for 3-4 years at this point. 3 or 4 years at this point. I'm going to turn 50 waiting on a strike of Ernie shells to come through and hit my channel. Yeah, he got his lock. I wish somebody would. Can we do a thing? Do we know where he's at? Is he in Arkansas? Like, can we go put flyers up? Can we go put flyers up? Like, Okay, first of all, we need to hit up all the drug dealers and pay them not to sell him drugs. We need to find where his little cardboard signs at. Oh, is he in Tennessee? Yeah, maybe. He's probably outside his sister's fucking trailer park, living in the woods. That's probably where he's at. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we need an Amber Alert for his walker. It is child size. It is child size, and you know it. Good morning, GM Lovely. Yes, we all need to laugh. I mean, how can you not? How can you not laugh? So the other day, deal Lamola. Yeah, I guarantee. May have been his phone, but someone said, "See, you don't even need that fucking walker," and try to take it from me. You know he's only utilizing the walker because he gets food first in the homeless people line. And I'm in no way am I shaming homeless people. Like, y'all got to do what you got to do. I've considered, yeah, Mar-a-Lago. Let's put up flyers at Mar-a-Lago. Yes. Yeah. So we need to meet and greet all the drug dealers of the area. Good morning, gals. Good morning, everybody. We need to do a meet and greet of all the drug dealers, okay? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I really do. Because we all know he can't go back to his sisters. That old man of hers will probably put him down for good. And so I'm guessing he's probably in the woods around his sisters. And, you know, he's the one that doxed his sister's address. I had it on a thumbnail and I took it off because I didn't realize it was his sister's. And yes, exactly. Like, okay, if you're homeless, this is no dig to you. You learn tricks of the trade, but he knows the tricks of the homeless trade fast. Like, clearly, this has been a life. Yes. Clearly, this has been a lifelong venture. Like, I did not know. And Ernie taught me something. I have to give him credit. He taught us all that if you're homeless and you have a walker, you get first in line at the soup kitchen. Like, I wouldn't have known that. Or a rollerator or whatever the fuck he calls it. It's a walker. Yes. Cracker Barrel. He went from the Cracker Barrel to the crackers at the soup kitchen that fast. And listen, this is of his own doing. There are a lot of homeless people that are extremely mentally ill or extremely drug addicted, and they haven't hit rock bottom yet. So unfortunately, the life they live, although it is of their own making, some people are really, it's like they came out, you know, they lived this life through their upbringing and it was chaotic and it was fucked up. So they jumped on to the first man or woman they saw, and unfortunately they get turned out. And that's a lot of people's stories. And, you know, they stay addicted to drugs because their entire childhood was shit. Their adolescence, their teenage years. Good morning, Team My Bell. Good morning, Yankees. Yeah, I know. I want to say that I do believe he has a personality disorder, which allegedly cannot be fixed. I do not believe for 1 second that he has a mental illness, because when you get a little bit older, whether you take medicine or don't, you start to figure out things that trigger you, work with you, work against you. You know what I mean? Keeping yourself centered and balanced, and doing drugs is the last thing you want to do with a personality disorder or a mental illness, or drinking. That's common sense. And hey, Mama T. Hey, Cinnamon. Lurking. Butterbean. Yeah. Now, because I read a lot, in the last few years, meth psychosis is on the rise, and you can look this up. It's coming out of Mexico, and I don't know what they're doing to it, but it's causing a lot of people to do things like the highway runs, right? So I'm manic bipolar, and I've had moments where I've been in a psychosis because I get too manic. But and when I first saw him, that's what I thought he was doing until it came out over and over and over again that he was doing drugs. And I hear him say over and over, "What's up, Mars? JP Fluff, Cat." I hear him say over and over, "I don't do drugs." Yes, you do. Since 2022, Ernie Shell, there has been documented evidence that you absolutely do drugs. And I agree. And that's a lot. The economy right now is extremely terrible. That's why I make sure to say I am in no way shaming anyone that's been homeless. I've been homeless before, not for very long, but a very short period. Actually, it was like a couple hours. And I went and got a hotel room. And then my mom came and got me, so I was fixed. Here's what I think it is. So, and again, this is just my opinion of observing this fool. So please do not take my word for gospel. This is opinion only. Yeah, meth is cheap. A lot of drugs are cheap, especially when you get a whole new community funding your drug habits. Especially then. Hey, honeybee. Comor. I'll have to look that up. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, exactly, Artillery. She's doing good, GM Lovely. She's doing good. Probably in there drinking her coffee. Hello, Sapphire. What's up, bots? Thanks, bots. Appreciate you. So, I do believe it's a personality disorder, and I don't know which one. I am no medical doctor, so it's not like I can say, yeah, I couldn't agree more, Butterby. And with a person, let me pull it up real quick. What's the difference between a personality disorder and a mental illness? Let's use Google because, oh, look at there. So a personality disorder is a specific type of mental illness characterized by inflexible, enduring patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that cause distress and dysfunction in a person's life. While the terms are often interchangeably, mental illness is the broader category encompassing all conditions affecting emotional, cognitive, or behavioral functions, which includes personality disorders, mood disorders, anxiety disorders, and more. The key difference is that personality disorders are a lifelong, consistent part of a person's personality and way of interacting with the world, rather than a condition that is episodic or situational. That's fucking perfect right there. So we have, I can pull it up for you. What the fuck is his channel name? The Killer Inside? Killer Inside? Oh, Killer Rock Studios. That's what it is. So let me show you why I think it's personality disorder. This is lifelong. Okay. So this is Killer Rock Studios back when he was grifting off the masks. And there's contention, okay? I feel, and everybody disagrees with me on this, and please feel free to do so. I feel that there, in my opinion, like videos like this. Oh, geez. Hold on. I should log in to my account. That doesn't make me.
Or pull it off the same button.
Oh, here he is right here forming masks.
Just pull it off a different button. And what my sixth button is, as you can see, the axe mark is here. I don't have the button in here right now, but you can see there's no axe mark in the blank. This is a little bit, just a little bit more edge to it.
So this is Ernie back in 9 years ago, January 31st, 2016. Okay, this is Ernie's channel. Here you go. Here's the link to this, and I've shown this to many of you. Hey, Barbara. All right, Cinnamon. All right, let's go to a different video on this channel. It's the same. Haters had my Facebook disabled.
Hey guys, Ernie Shell, also known as Killer Inside. Rusty Dog, Darren Lakin, James Powers.
Look at his eyes, okay? And look how he talks to people and about people that disagree with him, all right? Again, this is 9 years ago.
I guess you guys are the cause of my Facebook to be disabled. I can't log on. I can't do nothing. I had to send for an appeal. And now I see a lot of my friends are shooting me screenshots and texting me through my phone. And that just shows how dirty you guys really are.
A lot of my friends are sending me screenshots and texts through my phone. Ernie, again, this could be recorded today, people. This literally, I'm pretty sure I just heard him say this shit last night. He doesn't watch other channels. It's his friends that look out for him. I wonder if it's Crash, right? We seen Crash last night, his army friend. Now, let's remember, they said they met in what year? 2019? Is that what the Crash said? Crash said, hey, good morning, Kyle. Crash said they met in 2019. Well, this video is 2016, right? This video is 2016. Weird.
We are.
How did you rescue children? You went from making masks. He said 2017 is when the executive orders were signed to combat human trafficking. Remember that? Well, this is funny because 2016 you were making hockey masks, right?
But I try to fight clean, fight fair. I put the evidence out there against you guys. To the people I owe masks to, I'm still going to be doing that.
Weird.
I'm on a.
You still owe me a sweatshirt, Ernie, or $60. Remember that? Weird. So he made hockey masks, but did not deliver them, right? Oh, I'm still going to be doing that. Just like you're still going to be getting me my sweatshirt from last year.
Continue my orders. I don't know what their problem is. All I did was just expose a bunch of people, and then they get their panties in the wad. So Darren Lakin, James Power, you just told on yourself who you did. Somebody put it up there that I was going to be, that I had my Facebook disabled, and Ernie owes money. Look at him, he run off. You just told on who you was. You're idiots. You guys are idiots. You have no clue. You're an idiot. And with that being said, you'll pay for it. Down the line, you'll pay for it. You're just mad, Powers, because your work's not near as mine. I can put my 7 against your 7, and yours looks like something pissed down its face and stains running down it. That's sad. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use no Facebook no more. Since you guys did that, I'll let you take that victory.
Wrong.
I'll just promote videos on YouTube, and that'd be the best way to get the word out about you guys. The warning board, you're a bunch of haters. You guys ain't got no clue. You're very, very, very unfair. Jason Lives group with Justin Ray's admin. You're a piece of junk. You know, what else I say? Congratulations, guys.
Now, I will give him credit. He dressed a little better then, right? All right. Let's see another one. And again, so this is why I believe it's a personality disorder. He chooses this life, right?
Good business and there's bad business. There's good publicity and there's...
Sorry, the sound sucks on this. Hey, copy that. Hey, Rob.
A lot of people ask me, how did you get all these sales in the last few years?
So the adult woman dressing him back then was his baby's mother. I can't think of his kid's name and her name. I want to say it's Melinda. Yeah. So there's video on this channel. There's videos. I might accidentally click on them, but the kid's in the background and the woman's in the background. it's Melinda.
And it's all about marketability and how you market yourself.
He says it's all about marketability and how you market yourself. And you guys probably can't hear it good, so I'll just pause it and repeat what he says.
Business is conducted on a two-way street.
Business is conducted on a two-way street.
Remember that.
Just always remember that.
There's good business and there's bad business.
There's good business and there's bad business.
There's good publicity and there's bad publicity.
There's good publicity and there's bad publicity.
Well, the thing about it is, when it comes to publicity, controversy creates cash.
Something about when you're talking about publicity, controversy creates cash.
It's one of my favorite sayings.
That's one of my favorite sayings.
And with that being said, if you can do something that
With that being said, if you can do something
others can't, you're going to get the attention.
You're going to get the attention.
Simple as that. That's why I do things like put the mask in the tree.
That's why I do things like wobble my eyes, put the masks in the tree,
Shoot it with a pistol.
shoot it with a pistol.
Voila. Instant
Voila! Instant
success.
success.
Or take a baseball bat, put
Or take a baseball bat,
the hockey mask out there so that it can't be broke.
take a baseball bat, put the hockey mask out there, show that it can't be broke.
You know, simple things like that. What that does is draw attention.
What that does is draw attention.
And when you capture people's attention,
And when you capture people's attention,
you capture their desires.
what? I don't even know what the fuck
Capture
you just
people's attention. You capture their desires. So how do you?
Is there times? Oh, damn. Hold on. What the fuck did he just say? When you capture people's attention, something, something, something. Damn, there's no transcript or nothing.
Put that into terms of being able to make that market.
Hey, Raindrop. Hey,
Do
Andy.
things that you've never done before. You go out on a limb. You do.
Anyways, it's a bunch of fucking babble. Sounds just like today. Hypnosis at its best. April 7th, 2016. Let's take another one. I mean, we can go on and on and on. This right here, the fact that it's almost like it's fucking recorded today, okay? That's what makes me absolutely believe that this is a personality disorder. So he's got himself another happy customer, making the mask, part 1, director's cut. So in these videos, he's making the masks and trying to sell his blanks. And let's see, there's his son painting a mask. Again, this is when he was with his baby's mother. You've seen that ring on his finger. He's got other celebrities here making videos. Jason mask, painting with the killer, removable blackouts for Jason, pimp your hockey mask, killer way of life. Let's see. But if you go through these videos, you will notice that it is legitimately like it's copy and paste. In fact, one of these videos, he specifically says the shit he says today. So he's been, who the hell is Ernie Shell? I'm going to write, he legitimately says, I'm going to write a book called Who the Hell is Ernie Shell? Oh my gosh. And the drawings, okay? Let's not forget the drawings.
Hey guys, Ernie Shell, known worldwide as the killer inside. Ever since that I painted this part 7, this new part 7, a lot of people have been asking me, hey, I'll do this, I'll do that. A lot of people have been asking me about these part 7s. Well, I'm not going back on my word, guys. I am officially retired. I've had a few, and I can show you screenshots of some of the messages that's offered me $160 to $180, and I turned it down. And I mean that. I'm no longer painting hockey masks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give people one last chance to own a mask made and painted by me. Now, next month, May 13th, is Friday the 13th. I'm going to do a drawing on that day. And the winner of that drawing will receive a mask very similar to this one right here. The mask will ship out on the following Saturday morning. Now, with that being said, how do you enter to win a mask? What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a donations page on my Facebook. It's going to be required the minimum of $5. All those friends I have on Facebook that have been messaging me about this mask or that mask.
Now, all his friends, again, send $5, enter here. I guarantee nobody got this. I guarantee you. Thanks, Princess Fuzzy Butt. What's up, MacB, Sidekick, Jaded, Becky? A bunch of you snuck in here on me. So, this, again, same over and over and over again. It's the same script, different fucking day, copy and paste, whatever you want to call it. This is 9 fucking years ago. And we have evidence going back so many years. So, why is this important? He claims to be retiring 5/13/2016. Now, I have a picture that I put up multiple times on my community post. Kelly Services. Let's go there real quick. These dates are important because he claims in 2017, and I have read each and every fucking child trafficking. If you go to congress.gov, everything, executive order that has been passed, you can search it with child trafficking. Like it, you don't even have to work hard to do it. Okay? You don't. Let me skip through all my drama. Hold on 1 second. You do not have to work hard. You can legitimately search child trafficking executive orders 2017 through any year you want. Guess what doesn't come up? There are no civilian task force. The only civilians would be CPS or the president's cabinet, because those are technically civilians, okay? The president's cabinet or CPS or aftercare, which means they've already been rescued and they need CPS or some type of shrink or some type of aftercare program for them to be rehabilitated. So they learn. These kids that come from human trafficking do not know that when an adult is nice to them, they want something, right? So they have to unlearn all that fucked up shit because all the adults they've met to that point have hurt them. Yeah, well, or that. There you go, JW. Why I say there are no civilian members. We all know, and I posted the proof. Thanks, bots. Many months ago, remember the ICAC task force? That was my name for a long time. I too have a ICAC task force. If you go to ICAC website, you too can have an ICAC task force. Okay. Everything he does is for show. Now, he took that, the ICAC task force, and this that I'm about to show, and him and Sweet Katie went to a police officer. You all know Angelo, a detective in Angelo's neighborhood, right? And convinced that detective that Angelo forged his signature to get the W-2s released. Exactly, because he abandoned it. That's a fact. He went to the detective in Angelo's community and convinced this detective that Angelo forged. Yeah, name them. Oh, he likes to throw this Soak Act bullshit. I saved thousands. I saved millions. I came across that shit the other day. Now, the Soka Act was passed by multiple people, not that Ernie. Yes, he was the driver for Chris Severe. He absolutely did drive Chris Severe to state capitals all around the United States to get Chris Severe, and I want to say another lady also went. Hey, NSC lady. Chris Severe helped get that passed. And the Soka Act is the porn blocker, essentially. Their premise was you can go to a convenience store or whatever, and they have the paper over the pornos. Why don't we have that on the internet? And so they got it passed. Tiffany Marlar. That's her. And Tiffany Marlar was Voices for the Children Task Force. And she tells her story that she was trafficked. So Ernie LARPs. In fact, Ernie fought with Tiffany Marlar for a very long time, called her all kinds of shit, said she was a hater. Yep. Said she was a hater, all these horrible things. No, we all know. Well, here's the thing. And I want you to remember this. When we got the FOIA back, we posted it, right? I have all the emails. No way, shape, or form did he have to submit anything, any pictures, anything. I have the emails that Angelo originally sent to 2 different places because Angelo copied me, and luckily he did, because I think he forgot that he sent emails to these people when he FOIA'd. One was denied, and another one was approved. No signature was asked of anyone. I have, hey Shazzy, hey crybaby, I have the copies of the emails. All he put, do you remember when I jumped on Homelander's panel and I was like, Ernie, that's not MPDDC or whatever. That's not. That's this. And he did not know. He literally, I shouldn't have told him. So that's when he started to call that company. And remember, he owes me money from that. I have that recorded. Him on Homelander's panel. And he thought that was the National Public Records Center or whatever, NPRC, my bad, for the military. And I was like, no, that's an agency. That's a company. That's a private company. Nope. What's up, Mr. Nobody? And I'm like, you want to bet? Oh, yeah, I'll bet you. Okay. And I pulled up all this shit on Homelander's panel. So after that, him and Sweet Katie called this detective, and they were like, Angelo forged the signature. No, I have the copies of the emails that Angelo sent to that company. He just sent your basic information. They denied it. You're an idiot. But that's why I helped him, because they denied it, dummy. But he had Sweet Katie convinced that Ernie's signature was forged. How did we get the signature? Think about it, people. We had to get the documents to get Ernie's fucking signature, right? To be able to copy Ernie's signature, we had to get the documents. So how did we psychically forecast what his signature looked like to copy it before we got the documents? Make it fucking make sense. That's why I know. It's common sense. Anybody, let's say we were forging a signature. You just sign a fucking name, right? Put a squiggle, whatever. How How did one man never see a signature and then get a similar signature to how he signed his name on the fucking records if we never saw it? How? If somebody would have forged his signature, they would have just signed it. It would look totally different because we never seen it. How did we somehow mimic the way he uses? Now we've seen his signature, right? He's shown it a million times. He uses some gay ass E squiggle, right? Who the fuck writes like that? Except a kindergartner, right, Ernie? You, dummy, make us undefeatable every time you go live. Because common sense and learn. I don't need a PhD. I don't need a fucking psychic powers, okay, to figure out your line. It's common fucking sense. So here, and that's why I'm just gonna take a trip down memory lane. I might change my live around today because I feel like this is important. This is what Ernie sent the detective. Let me make sure it's showing on my screen. Let me try to make it bigger. All right, I'll read this for you because it's hard to see. This is what Ernie sent the detective. I talked to the detective myself, and I did. When I sent him the proof of Ernie stating. So he had Sweet Katie do all this work, convince the detective, right? Put that little kid voice on, pretend to the detective, oh my God, this man, he's been forged against. There's a campaign of hate. Please avenge us. So Katie did all this work, right? And then 1 3-second clip, Ernie ruined it. So of course I come through, right? And I call this detective, and the detective told me, I don't care about the other shit. Exactly, Sarah. Thanks, bots. Hold on one second. I'll put it in. Oops. Bipolar Betty. There you go, bots. I call the detective. The detective tells me, I don't give a fuck about what, and he didn't say it like that. I'm paraphrasing, okay? He was kind of short, but all he cared about was the forgery. He said, I don't give a fuck about none of the other back and forth shit. I don't care about none of this. This is what Ernie sent me. I don't give a fuck about that. I made them find common ground. And again, I'm paraphrasing. And all I care about is the forgery. So if you have any proof of the forgery, send it to me. And I said, I have proof. Ernie doesn't even believe Angelo forged his signature because here, this is from a week before he ever called you. And he says publicly, I know Angelo did not forge my signature. He said, thank you. I'll close the case with this. Boom. Done. And they sure to fuck did. What's up, Ghost? Thanks, Sarah. Yeah. So this one clip I sent closed this case because Ernie knows Angelo didn't forge his signature. We didn't have to. They gave it to us. We would have had to. I found the document. Okay. I had it, and now I don't remember where. But if you want to request military records, you've got to find this form. I can't think of what this form is. You would have had not just the signature. You would have had to forge the entire paper. Damn. Did I have it saved to my desktop? I went and found it. Because I'm like, how the fuck would you even... Hold on. I think I could show you guys. Hold on one second. What did I do? There we go. What did I do? Oh, I keep doing this. Hey, Civil. Death. Request military doc records. It's a form. Here it is, right here. And if you take this form Where's the damn form? Eh, I guess I didn't get it. Oh, wait. Right here. Is this it? And here it is. Okay, I did find it. You would have had to do this entire fucking form. Angelo hit up a company. There's a private company, and they do all this shit for you. You don't, all you do is give them a donation. Here it is. I went and found it. It's a SF-180. Dum-dum. The signature would have had to been on this SF-180, but I'm fairly confident because Ernie requested his documents the year before and he did not check the box. I have it pulled up on his military records. There's a tiny little box and it says, check this box if you don't want anybody else to get your records. He didn't check the fucking box. So when he requested his documents and a person FOIA'd it, it accepted. What's up, Stormy Skies? Oh, I will send you all the good thoughts, Butterbean. All the good thoughts. What's up, Rainy? If this is forged, yes, exactly. Why would anybody do that? We all know he's a liar. We don't need the documents to prove it. But I have the copies of the email. Mm-hmm. Yep. You would be in huge trouble. You could go to prison. Because, like I said, this form, you have to go to the National Archives, which is a government thing, right? This is federal. This is absolutely. And then imagine, now, me filling this out, first of all, again, I would have had to figure all this out. I went and figured this out because he showed a paper and I went and backtracked it. No one filled out this paper. It's a SF-180, okay? You have to know what you're doing to get this, right? But I have the copies of the emails, which is why I jumped on Homelander's panel. I said, Angela didn't forge shit. I have the emails. No, I'm not going to give them to you, Ernie. Waste your time. Tell your people that you're a victim once again. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic and ridiculous. So in this, oops, Ernie conned Sweet Katie into hounding down detectives, trying to put Angelo in jail or to get him to back off Ernie. And it worked for a second. Angelo said, you know what? I'm going to back off. I'm going at this wrong. And he took time to reset, and he's not been back the same. Because you correct yourself. You re-steer your direction, and you keep pushing, right? That's what Angelo did. And I think this needed to happen for a reason. Because no one should be getting upset or anything. So Ernie threw all the work that idiot Caitlin did in the trash himself. But I made sure that we're proven liars to LE. Now, I was sent this by the detective and a tiger. I pointed out to them that this is a scam email. So Ernie thought I was hot and heavy at the moment. One of his little tiglets had to argue with me and shows me this paper. That conversation went real bad, real fast, because as soon as I seen this paper, I said, what? All right. Kelly Services. Can I make this bigger? Kelly Services, right here. 99 Park Avenue, Suite 1520, New York, New York, 10016. Phone number. Date, July 2nd, 2017. 2. Ernest Max Shell. Now, this is the same address on his military records. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, Trump's going to use Kelly Services. Now, when I first looked at this email, I had no idea what Kelly Services was. I seen the little green sticker. That's not what I caught. Let me show you what I caught. Subject, contract assignment offer, Trump Tower Security Intelligence and Physical Services. Dear Mr. Shell, On behalf of Kelly Services, we are pleased to extend to you a 28-day contract. Okay? Let me show you what I caught. July 2nd through July 29th. Well, this is dated July 2nd. Now, Trump Towers, this location happens to be in New York, correct? So if you're sending an email to Kentucky, you probably need time to travel, right? So how in the fuck can this be dated July 2nd and your contract starts July 2nd? Second thing I caught right away, that is 27 days. So you get this email. Let's say you don't catch it till July 3rd, right? Did you already lose your job? And July 2nd through July 29th is only 27 days. So how are you going to have a 28-day contract but serve it in 27 days? That's what I caught right away. Kelly Services is a real temp agency. Okay? Thank you, Rock Houndy. Yes, thank you. Kelly Services is a temporary service for when you can't get a full-time position. Much love. Much love to you too, Rock Houndy. He wasn't anything. This is a scam email. Now, if you take your own time, put in Kelly Services scam email. Kelly Services is a real temp agency. I now know this. He wasn't anything. Kelly Services scammers use Kelly Services logo and information, which is very correct, to elicit private information from unsuspecting people. So when you, thanks, Sarah, when you just on your own search Kelly Services scam email. Scammers have been using Kelly Services for many years. There's well documented. They got a whole Reddit pages. And what they do is scammers use it. They send it to idiots and idiots that need a job, which is fucked up. Okay, I can't even say idiots. Because years ago, we didn't realize all this scam shit was a thing. Now, unfortunately, we are just inundated with scam emails left, right, and center. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. That's why I wanted to take you back. 2016, right here. So, we just watched, and this is from, let me give you the exact date. April 10th, 2016. Last chance ever. Last chance ever to own a mask made and painted by me. Friday the 13th drawing. 5/13/16. To enter by PayPal, send $5 to cover material expense only. Send as friends and family to my PayPal. Why does Ernie tell you to check friends and family? Hey, Truth Seeker, do you know why Ernie tells you to check friends and family on PayPal? Let me tell you why. Because when there's two options, and I don't know. There's two options. If you choose friends and family, guess what? It comes through faster and you can't dispute it later. Yes, Mr. Nobody Knows. What the fuck? Yes. And he puts that in his fucking description. Last chance ever to own a mask made and painted by me. Friday the 13th drawing, 5/13/2016. To enter by PayPal, send $5 to cover material expense only. Why? Does that even make sense? So I want to do a free drawing, right? And I want you to pay for material expense. Where have we heard this before? Oh, the 50 times he does a drawing. To enter by PayPal, send $5 to cover material expense only. Send as friends and family to my PayPal. Participants will be entered in the drawing. PayPal address is, and here's another PayPal address, distinguishedstudios@gmail.com. Okay. Again, copy and paste. So let's kick forward to, oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. 2017. Okay. So that was 5 of 2016. 5/13/2016 was just before that. They wanted to do a drawing, fundraise, collect some money. And you expect me to believe July 2nd, 2017, he's now Trump security. This is his claim to fame. Well, if you do Trump security, you are hired by the Trump organization. They handled their own security. Let's say they did use Kelly services. Okay. Let's say they needed a temp agency to filter through and they wanted to do a trial basis and take no liability if they didn't work out. Let's just say they did. Okay. That makes you a temp worker. Okay. Fine. No shame. Many companies use temp agencies. That's been a thing. Mainly factories, shit like that. But let's just say you were going to work Trump security. You would be hired by the Trump organization. That's a fact. So if your claim to fame is I did Trump security, yeah, Mason's fucking on his period already. Oops. Yeah. Trump organization. And as much as Ernie loves the LARP, why doesn't he have Trump organization on his LinkedIn? Yeah, exactly, JW. Yeah, this has been a thing since Obamacare went in. That's when the rise of the temp agencies really, and that's exactly why. So they don't have to pay health insurance. It's a way to minimize risk as an employer. Because, first of all, the HR team that it takes, the money that you have to put in to hire a new employee, the health insurance, the paperwork, the training, that's all labor that you have to chalk up. But if you hire a temp agency, they kind of do that for you. They staff the bodies, which minimizes the risk, especially if they're not going to work out. You get like a 60, 90-day trial, essentially, to try out if they want to take you on. And then at that time, you're paid at a discount rate. You're not making as much as other people. And it's kind of like a no harm, no foul. And they don't have to take the unemployment risk. The temp agency would. But there's a lot of things that go into why temp agencies are successful. 2016, Donald Trump, what did he run for president and win? Right? November? Something like that. So he would have started January of 2017. And they're going to use Kelly services? Yeah. So he has Crash on panel last night. Weird. Now, Crash rattled off a military career. Okay. How come Ernie interjected every time it came into what him and Crash, when him and Crash worked together? We heard Crash rattle off, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that, right? We heard that. Yes. We don't know, Holistic. You're welcome, Stacia. We heard Crash last night. I don't remember. I was only half listening, but he could quickly rattle off his military career, right? Exactly, PG. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I was thinking that when I heard it last night. But how come Ernie had to interject? And he first started off by saying the wrong year. Ernie had to correct him. And they've been working. What kind of veteran? If Crash is a veteran, why are you helping Ernie LARP off the veteran status? Rescuing fucking children? That's what I thought, naughty nurse. Oops. Ross says, no, Donald Trump has not used Kelly's services for security. The confusion likely stems from John F. Kelly, a former four-star Marine general who served in the Trump administration. Yeah, Ernie promised Crash a blowjob to come on his panel. Captain Crash. Yep. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, JW. You know, I'm to the rescue. So, anyways, you see my point. How do you go from hockey mask making and then a year later to being a child? How? You were a hockey mask maker. That's what you said in 2016. Remember? That's his claim to fame. Up until 2016, he says, I quit. I'm no longer making hockey masks. I'm retired. I just played you all that. I'm retiring from the hockey mask business. I'm selling all my shit, right? May of 2016, he's done. He quits. He's retired. And then he goes to rescuing children out of tunnels in 2017 and pretending to work for Trump. I fucking think not, people. And there you go. Ernie, you can't change the dates. You've tried. So Ernie said yesterday that Ryan was lying. Yeah. Ernie said yesterday Ryan did not find the truth. Well, yeah, justice for his pelvic O-ring. Ryan did find the truth. Ryan found your words on the internet. Yes, it was accelerated by a few friendly people, one of which was me, Lisa K, Ghost, Angelo. I don't know who all helped Ryan, but why not help Ryan? First of all, thank you, Ryan, Find the Truth, for finding the truth, although we accelerated the truth finding with you. I think you did a great job. Is it my way? No, I don't want it to be my way. Some people were upset. Some people were happy. You know, it's a mixed bag. Nobody's going to be happy. Do you know why I like what Ryan did? For two reasons. One, because Benny fucking Keys, Voices Behind the Wall, and Ziggy and Fred fucking Hill had to come back and wanted a new bump of donations, right? To tragedy pimp off this fucking kid some more. And said, Ernie, come on, I know you got more information. And what did he do? Went so nasty. Went so fucking nasty. The tragedy fucking pimpery was at 100. For what? And what did they end up doing? They got Ernie a whole new fucking group of idiots to donate. Thank you, Ryan, for coming in and exposing Ernie, as we all know to be Ernie, for the true crime audience. He does, Station. Yeah, I didn't see it either, Artillery. Luckily, I was on a break and I heard Benny Keys was back. And I was like, cool, you know, whatever. I don't care. I knew Benny Keys was back because I made the forecast, right? I made the forecast. I noticed Nick, because I was recording, I noticed Nick being a little different towards Ernie. Because, you know, I was always recording Ernie. I record up until what, a month or two ago, I recorded everybody's shit. And I would just, most of the time, just put it on, record it, leave it be. And for whatever reason, I was watching something and I caught the way Nick was not being her typical self in Ernie's chat. And I thought, ooh, somebody's No, especially not their own. Well, maybe by abandoning them, they save their own. So anyways, long story short, I noticed Nick was changing with Ernie, and I figured it was a new man. Did not see that it was Benny Keys. But hey, cool. Finally. So I forecasted that fallout to the motherfucking day. She didn't. Who does? I mean, who wants to sit there? Thank God I wasn't recording. Thank God. Because, I have to watch the papers he showed, the alleged ICAC task force Dell or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, he lost everything. And I can't. But they reinvent themselves. Okay, gossip. All right. Take it easy, bots. See you later. Yeah. You were not wrong. She wanted him to go on lips before the fallout and ooh. Mr. Nobody says Nicolina wanted Ernie to go on lips before the fallout and talk about Summer. Huh. So maybe it wasn't about Summer. Maybe she just was tired of Ernie's grip. Whichever. And you know what, Mr. Nobody, I have to agree with you, because why would she go to Benny Keys, right? I think you might be right. That's why they were fighting with me when I was a mod. You know what? I have to reform my opinion, Mr. Nobody. Because why would she go sit through Benny Keys when that's what he's doing? You're right. You are right. Yes, Ross. Benny Keys was wearing Candace's pants, allegedly, to run down the mountain and threaten Molly Golightly with a log. Oh, my Lord. We have been through, yeah, no shit. No shit. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So, anyways, let's get back to Ryan. So, and I'm going to play just a tad the intro of Ryan's, and I'll put the link in the chat. I'm sure most of you seen it. But his intro was so nice, okay? Again, not my style. True crime is not my genre. It's not, I stayed a fuck. It's so disrespectful. I like the true crime community, or the people that do this, to tell one story. So they'll take like a tragedy and they'll tell the entire story. I think that's great. I love to watch true crime, those types of things, not drama. You can't do both. You can't. You can't do drama like the Krama community, as they've titled themselves. You can't. That's just trash. And it's hard to sit through, because at the end of the day, you've got a little kid on the screen while you're saying all this fucked up shit. I've seen so many creators venture off and start talking about sex and all kinds of weirdo shit. So last night, I heard Ernie say that he knew he was being recorded on the Ryan played. Yeah, exactly, Rainy. What's up, Ebert? Ernie will die being a liar. We all know. What does a liar do when he's dead? He lies still. You ain't lying. Literally. Thanks, Rock Andy. Hey, Cassandra. So he says last night, I knew I was being recorded. Blah, 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 blah. So I said all this crazy shit. Well, that's funny, because this panel right here, August 31st, 2023, if you go to 43 minutes, 22 seconds, I think it's like 43:46, but I put 43:22 to 46. You will hear Ernie falsely claim that he's been in 2 wars. And when they say, what? The first time, Desert Storm or Saudi Arabia, right? Same thing he says on those phone calls. Now, this particular panel, he went on Escape with Speakeasies. What's up, Crispy? He went on Escape with Speakeasies with his newly FOIA'd altered documents. They were all blacked out because he checked the black box, right? He wanted to falsely claim that it was blacked out because he was on classified missions. And he magically cut off the failure to report line. Magically. We have those documents. He absolutely cut off the failure to report PH1 or PH2, right? Magically. And yeah. On this panel, Escape with Speakeasy and Resto went to a military base and was debunking Ernie live time. And Escape with Speakeasy was logging into his documents until he was like, yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea. Because if you know Ernie, he'll give you permission and then snatch it after you've logged in. And Escape with Speakeasy was smart enough to figure out this may not be a good idea because he's literally having me enter his social security number. No bueno. Now, if he would have logged in, he would have seen the line that said failure to report. But here we go. So right here, he falsely claims he's been to war, 2 different wars. And this panel, he cannot sit there and say, oh, I was trolling. No, you literally went up there to prove. And then Tina Simmerly came up there, Jimbo came up there, called you stolen valor, and the rest is history. You were saying the same shit in 2023. So all I did was sent Ryan the fake email of Ernie trying to troll me that he got someone stole his dog tags. He up and out of the blue. I knew it was a troll because the email they sent it on, I was like, how did somebody get this email? This is not a public email. So I had a feeling that it was a troll, but hey, I'm going to go with it. And then they confessed to me that they commit a crime by stealing someone's property, whether they're fake dog tags or not. That's stealing. That's theft. And I said, I will help Ernie prosecute you. And then all of a sudden, they didn't message me no more. And then Ernie literally went live. Now, I didn't say a word publicly. Only the troll emailer would have known. What does Ernie do? Ernie goes live and says, somebody stole my dog tags, but I got them back. Oh, okay, in 30 minutes? Yeah. Okay. Somebody stole them from my mom's storage. How would you know? Who the fuck goes through their mom's storage? Okay. So why I was thankful about Ryan Finds Truth is he took a message tailored to his audience and delivered it perfectly. His audience responded to his message. It was fucking nice, okay? I have no patience anymore to be nice to Ernie Show. I've had my 4 years of fucking bullshit or whatever, how long it's been. I don't know. Feels like an eternity at this point. I'm done being nice. And so Ryan did offer for me to come on panel, but I was like, yeah, you know, he does not deserve my attitude towards the situation. And I was actually tired. I ended up falling asleep, so I had to watch the rest of it the next day. But I do not have it inside of me anymore to be nice. I have worked hard to give people the how do you say that? Just the truth. Not my opinion, not speculation. If you ask me a question, I just hand you his words. That takes a lot of work. And then when Benny Keys, Voices, and Ziggy come back in and they want to reinvent themselves, right? And re-exploit a missing child. And then you pull Ernie Shell in. Y'all are lucky that I didn't come be mean to you. Okay? But I didn't. I ignored it. I said, well, this won't last. What's up, crybaby? Gossip. And it sure didn't. Once that reward went away, it's funny how everybody disappeared. The one comment I did see, Voices Behind the Wall, is a mod in Ryan Finds Truth's chat. And she's like, Tigers, you guys need to calm down. You guys are making this look bad. Yes. You cannot challenge these people's narrative. This is all they have. They're all LARPers, okay? They all are LARPers. And if you challenge their narrative, I heard him say, exactly, Becca. I heard him say, you didn't let my people come up. What? We already have your delusional ass. Who's going to defend you, Ernie? Who? Who's going to defend you? Who? Oh, wait. Mason? Crash? They don't even know when they started working with you, Ernie. Who's going to defend you? Beloved? Is Beloved going to panel up? Is Beloved going to panel up? Here, I'll tell you what. I will drop this link. I do not want Ernie on my panel. I will not let that faggot on my panel. Ernie supporters only. Okay? Let me pin this. Ernie supporters only. Crash. Bandicoot. Let me pin this. Only Ernie supporters, people. And please, someone let me know if there's a live coming up. I have not looked since I've been live. I checked this morning and I didn't see one. I can end this at any time. I'm just rambling. Please let me know. All right. I'll pin this. Ernie supporters only. Okay. Oops. Pin message. Now, Beloved, Mason, Crash, please come and defend this. Let me play something for you. And I'm gonna run to the bathroom while I play this. What I'm about to play for you is the October. Now, Renee Marie, I'm curious. Did Renee Marie know? This was your narrative. Ryan played the jail calls, right? Ryan played the jail calls. And I knew they were being recorded. And so I lied. Did Renee Marie know you were lying? Let me play this.
I've woke one up. I've woke my best friend up. She's like, everything you've been telling me for over 3 years has come true. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. It is what it is.
It is. Before Halloween, something might happen.
Oh, I know. It's moving in on us. It's very close. It's very close. I may not know all, Ernie, but I know a lot. But it's getting to the point where I want to just go out in the street and scream at people. Like, what is wrong with you?
Right.
I can't spoon feed you the information.
Yeah, I know.
But it's there. So, yeah, I think you're right. October is the month, isn't it?
I just think that it's coming.
I agree with you. And it's October.
Possibly. So
Okay, I'm back. So I let it play. Let me go to the specific timestamp. 1627.
October is the month, isn't it?
Where have we heard that before? Where? Where have we heard of October being the month? Somewhere else? Didn't we just hear that? Tomorrow. That's right. October. What's the fucking significance of October? The rash. Yeah. And like I said, he is mad. Ernie Shaw is pissed that his supporters could not come and defend him. Here you go, tigers, tiglets. Here you go. Here's your opportunity. Oh, man. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. My Nana used to give me those, and those are good. And for whatever reason, they do not taste the same as they did from her. Okay, and she didn't have them in her purse. She had them in a little candy bowl, but still, for whatever, I don't know if it was my Nana taking them out of the package, putting them in your candy bowl. Good, Phil. The significance of October is they're having a grand jury meeting too. Well, this is from 2024. Okay. This is from 2024. Now, Summer Wells, are you saying they're having a Summer Wells grand jury? Yes, Sarah. Just like mom sandwiches, and then grandma sandwiches. Grandma sandwiches are a whole nother dimension. Okay. Yes. Hey, Twister. Yes, I'm waiting for Mason as we speak. I'm giving anyone. Hey, Cheeky. Oh. So, beloved, who else? Please share. Okay. I'm going to have to go buy one today. That's good. Those are so good. The tigers may have all been raptured. Yes. Oh, got it. Okay. Gotcha, Gossip. So, this recording is from, let me give you the date. Whoops. November 19th, 2024, but it doesn't really say when it was recorded. Because clearly it was before October. And so this was published November 19th, 2024, but this was while Ernie Shaw was in jail. We know he was in jail September 2024 to January of 2025. So somewhere in that time frame, this was recorded. I'm going to go with before October, in my opinion. If Renee Marie is saying.
So, yeah, I think you're right. October is the month, isn't it?
I just think that it's coming.
I agree with you. And I think it's October.
Butch Cassidy.
Possible.
So I've showed you 2016, copy and paste. 2017, copy and paste. Here we go, 2024, copy and paste. To 2025, copy and paste. Today alone, copy and paste. So I want to play this tiny little intro that Ryan made. I think this is so fucking nice. Okay, this guy. Oops, this guy is so nice. Hold on, I turned on all kinds of shit. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. And close that. Okay. Here we go.
Hey everyone, Before we get started tonight, I just wanted to explain what we're doing here and a few of the ground rules.
Yeah, look how nice
I've been
this
debating
was.
whether or not to even talk about Ernie for a while now. As you all know, Jen and I do what we can with the limited resources.
You can live at home and take care of your mother, and you can
I
get
forgot
paid
to
by
log
having a
into
regular
the damn
paycheck.
ad.
Resources and skill sets we have to help local families of the missing. One of the core principles we gave ourselves when we first started was that we would never
Yeah,
give
he did.
families of the missing false hope
And
with our
last year,
involvement.
last year, while he was dying of HIV, AIDS, pretending it was cancer, I've got that recorded too. It's the same fucking shit, copy and paste. Do you remember? He had oh my god, I could totally go to my fucking spreadsheet and I could totally go to my spreadsheet and fucking go where he's showing National Guard training. Y'all remember that? What's up, NU? Yeah, and college after. This guy was so nice. Okay, so nice.
There are a few things we do every time we reach out to the families of the missing to ensure this. We make it very clear to them what skill sets we do and don't have. This sets expectations with families. Almost all of them share that they understand these limited skills and certifications, but still appreciate someone at least being willing to spend time in the wild looking for their loved ones. It's better than nothing, especially when there's virtually no one out there looking anymore. Setting expectations with families is important because if you wear outfits, badges, or dog tags that misrepresent your true skill sets, or if you're misrepresenting your existing certifications, you elevate their hope, and hope is fragile when it comes to the families of the missing. Destroyed hope is almost as painful as losing their loved ones all over again. This is unfair, manipulative, and extremely harmful to the families. What turned my attention to Ernie initially was my research into remote locations where Candace Bly would theoretically go to hide Summer if she was guilty of doing that. We're not saying that's what we believe, but when you research, you explore all possibilities, and this was one we were exploring. We came across the video of Candace gagging near water while Ernie was talking to her. Here's that video.
Know what everybody's saying about, listen, Rose Bly. What about her?
Oh, he got this one.
Is she alive still, Candace?
I remember this day. Let me skip forward this. That's a hard listen.
I noticed his very heavy involvement with her, particularly while Dawn was in jail. But in all of these other videos, I didn't find anything of value because the conversations usually turned into rumors and claims about Dawn or pressuring Candace using various psychological tactics to confess. Since our interest was locations and not confessions, I paid little attention. Ernie had eventually gone silent for a little while, but more recently turned back to the Summerwells case. Out of curiosity, I started looking at what other good researchers who use valid research techniques like FOIA requests, seeking court documents, and obtaining verifiable evidence were finding on Ernie. What I discovered shocked me. As many of you know, if you followed me for a while and watched my video titled Shocking Truth About Ryan's Past and Why He Searches for Missing Children, you know that years ago I used to research conspiracy theories, paranormal claims, and scam artists. Scam artist research is particularly difficult because more often than not, when you put out the truth about someone like that, you come under attack. Scam busting is a difficult job and emotionally and psychologically draining activity. And it's also not very rewarding because while the truths you uncover save a few people from falling for the false claims, unfortunately, most people out there prefer believing in the myth and the character rather than the truth.
Amen. I loved this. I absolutely loved this intro. This set the pace for me, and I'm glad I didn't jump on his panel. And the only reason, like I said, I did is because I have no fucking patience for Ernie's bullshit. And so I get quick-tempered real quick. Okay? And I don't like to approach things like that. So that's why I've taken a lot of time to back the fuck off. I do not want to be such a cruel person. It comes off bad. I did this. Excuse me. That baby kicks my ass. You'd think. I've smoked Newports since I was, what, 13? What? Am I 38 or 39? Yeah. No Mel Gibson. 25 fucking years. And a vape kicks my ass. Hey, Goya. I think he was incredibly kind. I do. Hey, Sugar Pie. This is what set the tone. And I'm, like I said, I'm so glad I did not jump the panel because my anger is misplaced, right? I just have no patience. And I think Ryan did a very thoughtful job. And plus, I like to just sit back and watch people. You know what I mean? But yeah, the mental illness pass. He doesn't know Ernie like we know Ernie. And, you know, a lot of people say he's mentally ill. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that one bit. I do think he did. He gave so much fucking grace. And I think it was great. When you are covering a scam artist, I really think we're dealing with personality disorders. This is a lifelong set of skills. And I'm talking about lies that they create these web of lies. We all know Ernie does that. That's a personality disorder. I don't know what it is if you're a pathological liar, but that's a personality disorder. And if you challenge those lies, you get attacked. And Ryan, oh, I agree, MacB. You're welcome. Although I did hear that only idiots mod everyone. Mo, I seen that comment today. Well, that's funny. I don't see you being successful. No. In fact, was it Nicolina that has to get you new jobs because you're always losing them? Are you collecting them like Pokemon cards or what? You're supposed to keep a job. So I don't know if you know, Mo, but when you get a job, you're supposed to keep it, right? Unless it's like horrible, right? And then you do things to make it better. Like, hey, you know, this person's abusive. It's all good, Rock Candy. No, but there's a lot of them. And I think it maybe has to do with like some, and I hate the word because people misuse it, narcissistic tendencies, right? Everybody can be a narcissist. Don't get me wrong. I can't stand that word is overused the way it is. But Ben, okay? The reason I haven't covered Ben, that Ben Azuli guy who uses the same shit as Ernie. I was in the military. I have dual citizenship. And the only difference between Ben is he absolutely gang raped a minor. Him, his brother, and a friend gang raped a 15-year-old virgin. But they started striking everybody ridiculously. So I'm just watching from afar. That would be Beloved and Tiger Lori. Gossip. Yeah. So Ben Azuli is a guy, and I'm just watching from the bushes at this point. This guy it's the same. And so many people on this platform. Do you know how you notice when you go argue with somebody, the way they clap back at you? Especially when you go to debate. Oh, I can't even say argue. When you go and you see someone lying, and it's easily proven, and you go say, hey, come on, man. The way they attack you, that's how you know what you're dealing with. Yes, anybody. Everybody can be toxic. Toxic, anyone can be toxic. Well, I think everybody can have narcissistic tendencies. It could be beauty, right? You could be a little vain. It's what you do with those tendencies that separate you from a normal person. Everybody can have a little mania, right? Everybody can have a little mental illness. Everybody. It's what you choose to do with those tendencies that you know are toxic, or however you want to describe it. That's what makes you different from Ernie's show. Yeah, no one's perfect. I have narcissistic tendencies. Everybody, I'm certain everybody has a flaw that they have either fixed. Mine was my mania, allowing my mania to consume me and knock me into another reality. I fixed that by staying centered and grounded. And when I wasn't centered and grounded, I could be toxic as fuck and totally narcissistic. And I don't know if it's a bipolar symptom, but I would get everything wrong. So you would come in and say, "What's up, Rowdy?" You would come in and say ABC to me, and somehow my brain would turn it into CBA and we'd be fighting. I had that happen for many, many years. And when I was super manic, I took everything wrong. People's faces wrong, their expressions wrong. I could not read the person. Now I worked really hard on that and I'm better, right? So everybody, and then that, if that would have continued, that would have been a lifelong trap, right? But I beat it and now I can be better. So everybody can have some type of something. It's them making it their entire life. I've showed you many, many years of his web of lies, whatever it is, if it's hockey masks or if it's rescuing children now. It's the same formula, same bullshit, just the same fucking man. This Ernie Shell is absolutely copy and paste. There's so many like him. LARPers, like he just mentioned, wearing the uniform. When you walk up to a cop, you expect what? Honor, integrity, whatever. Because generally, cops have a good reputation. Yes, there can be bad cops, but let's say the cops as a whole, they run into danger instead of running away from danger, right? That's what separates. I'll say first responder, okay? Let's encompass first responder. EMTs. Now, EMTs by law or by statute, whatever the case is, I don't know the right word. Now, typically, how many times have the EMT been killed? Now, police have to go quarantine or hold down the area, make sure there's no threat before they let paramedics in. That's a newer thing in the last 5-10 years. But it used to not be that way. They would run in. Fuck, 10 years ago, you could be prosecuted for being, a good citizen and giving someone CPR, and if they didn't pass, the family could sue you. So a lot has changed, but one thing's still the same. Most people will go to a police officer for help. Most people call 911 for help. If your house is getting robbed, you call 911. If you accidentally shot the robber on purpose because they were in your house, you call 911 after you unloaded the clip, right? We all have called 911, most of us anyway, and for some reason. Ernie takes that uniform and disgraces it. We saw him, actually, Ghost and Degenerate put out the FOIAs, right? That he had tactical uniforms in his van. Why? And then he posted a thumbnail a couple weeks ago of him in some type of uniform, and you know that's a recent picture. We seen, was it Stone Vet found the Facebook post, or somebody did. I know Stone Vet shared it at least, of Ernie trying to get fugitive recovery badges. Yeah, it is. So this little intro is perfect.
Truth. Cognitive dissonance, the mind's ability to dismiss evidence that debunks pre-existing beliefs, is a very real problem, and it's why false personalities, rumors, and lies online persist so well and spread like a virus. Unfortunately, I've noticed that people who follow the Summer Wells case have really only seen one side of this story. The videos of Ernie interviewing Candace have reached thousands upon thousands of views, while the videos of these hardworking researchers actually uncovering the real story about Ernie, about his life and exploits before Summer Wells, about his claims to be military trained, a super soldier, a bounty hunter saving children across the country. Their research typically sees hundreds of views, if that. The truth doesn't sell. People like characters. They like drama. Here at Ryan Finds Truth, we built a community of people who are not like that. They don't like drama, they want facts. They don't like screaming, name-calling, and cursing. They like evidence. They don't like rumors or baseless claims, they want truth. Tonight, this one time, we're going to highlight the hard work of these tireless researchers who have been working so hard to dismantle a myth and a character formed out of a house of cards. Since this character integrated himself into the Summerwells case and could have potentially impacted the path of the investigations, or at least what the public understands about the truth of the case, this is important to talk about. We will not be having a back and forth with Ernie. We will not be promoting or mentioning his channel. If you don't follow him, this should solidify your choice in not doing so. If you do, I hope this will prove to be educational and insightful. I don't have any feelings toward Ernie Shell, good or bad. I remain neutral, but I've started to feel some empathy and some real concern for Ernie. In some of the videos and what
remember, let me explain this a tad. A little more. I'm going to put it in one sentence. If you seemingly attack every aspect of an individual, your message will not be heard. I'll continue.
Going to cover, these are videos that woke up my eyes to the fact that this may be a man who has been dealing with difficult mental health issues. And we take mental health seriously. We don't put down or stigmatize those with mental health issues. We would like to see Ernie Shell put aside the character and instead find a more productive and healthy path. We'd like him to find peace in his life.
So I thought that was an incredible intro. Okay. And everything that he showed, he was smart. Ryan was very smart. And he said, you know what? This is a multi-dimensional rabbit hole. Let me just accelerate this, okay? So he does a nice little intro, and he goes through and plays multiple creators. He plays White Boy. He's got Ghost and Lisa K on panels. I sent him, like I said, I forwarded Ghost the email of the dog tags where he tried to troll me that someone stole his dog tags. And what did I say? I say, if you stole Ernie's property, I will help Ernie prosecute you. All of a sudden, the troll ends. I don't give a fuck. That's not funny. Why would we, over here, I say we collectively, why would we commit crimes to, again, Angelo's forgery, me, knowing about stolen property? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to ruin my reputation by being a criminal. That's the one fucking thing we're standing against, is a criminal on the run who is pretending to be military, pretending to be law enforcement. Why would I jeopardize everything? I, for years, have done my best to not give you my opinion without forecasting. This is my opinion, right? I will go out of my way to say, hold on, this is my opinion, this is how I feel, and this is why. And give you clear examples. And then when I give you facts, it's just Ernie's words, right? And then we live time debunk this shit, or anybody else we come. So here's MSG. Here's Tennessee State paperwork. He just went through, and this right here is his, oh, it's me, Ryan. Yep. I put all this work together. So Ryan was smart and went sizzles, aka MAGA. Yep, Dog the Bounty Hunter doesn't know him either. This Ernie in a cab, flipping out on a black man. Highway runs. I mean, we lived this. You know what I mean? Him on the stand, his sister. I mean, I think they did a great job. I think they didn't go too hard on Ernie, and I think it shows. But thanks, Teasy. Yes, it is absolutely. What's up, Ben? Yeah, I believe that. I don't always use meth, but when I use meth, Bigfoot chases me. But that's not okay to Ernie. When you attack Ernie, then, oh, I'm not going to play this today. Did I accidentally hold on? I decided to save the Sweet Katie nonsense for another day. It's a whole lot of screaming, and her trying to trap a man with a fake pregnancy. But I think we'll cut it in two because I think this Ryan thing is a little more pressing. Let me grab Ghost. I had this and I accidentally clicked out of it. Let me show this one more time. This is Ryan. I'm sure all of you've seen it. True crime community is a lot larger than ours. Yes, Crispy. Hey, Viking. So there's Ryan's. It was a good watch. Yes. Shadow people fucking with tweakers since 1800s, right? All right. Let's go to my feed here. So most of you know, Ghost streams Ernie on Rumble. Let me drop his Rumble link. And breaking news, still no Ernie supporters have come to defend. I played Ryan's. I gave you the opportunity you wanted. I gave it to you. Tiger supporters, Tiggers, Tiglets, where are you? Oh, that's right. Ernie has no supporters, just like I played you in 2016. I got screenshots. I got recordings, right? I got screenshots. Stop it. So let me share this tab with you. This is where we'll end it today. All that. It was a couple hours. And I don't know how many people. Let's see. The 4,518 views on Ryan's Finds True channel about Ernie. And whether you liked it or didn't, he catered to his audience. He tailored this presentation to the way his audience would respond to it. And for that, it is a win because Prayer Garden, Benny Keys, and Voices and Ziggy, what do? Every time they need some Summer Wells content, which is regularly, they bring fucking loser, degenerate, homeless felons back on their panel. And what happens to Ernie? What Ryan described it so nice. The cognitive dissonance. Oh, we're just kind of showing his bullshit. You already know. You've known him for many, many years. The cognitive dissonance, because people want to believe in this bullshit. Right? Tiger Lori, who pretends she's part of a drug task force where 35 agents were firebombed and she's the only surviving member. Remember that? That's Tiger Lori, everybody. I have that in black and white, people. Y'all already know. Again, him saying, I want to thank all the ones who sent me over or messaged me over.
The truth about fat bacteria.
Damn. Okay.
Every part of this whole system can.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. Did you know there is a natural way to...
Yeah, here it is, right here. So, as nice as that was, Ernie starts with threats, okay? And again, Ernie, don't even bother striking me. This is Ghost's Rumble. This is not your channel, buddy. This is not your channel. Clearly, this is Rumble.
A lot of turmoil. I'll just say that. A lot of turmoil. A lot of turmoil, which is going to be really, really good. He wasn't honest at all. Ryan wasn't honest at all. Anything he said wasn't honest at all.
Nothing was nice. He gave you so many.
Yeah, Ryan wasn't honest at all. And like I said, I will end up. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing on YouTube because of what it contends said. But we'll find out. People know me. You'll never be a mod, go you piece of shit. Anyways, do appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming in. And I do. Again, we're waiting on Crash right now, and I don't even have a freaking. You know, it would have been okay if he would let my people. If he would let my people come up, and the people that can stand good for me improve my shit. But no, that didn't happen. He puts Lisa K up there.
I did. I have had a link dropped Yeah, Ryan was so nice. What the fuck is that? Oh. I did not know that was on the screen. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Rebel's trying to bomb me with some weirdo shit. He wouldn't even knock on my door because he's a pussy. All those little injuries he showed of himself last night, he would have actually got him. Mm-hmm. Where was Ryan being mean? I just played his intro where he gave you how many passes? Like 3, but 1 for sure that you're mentally ill, and he's not going to pick on you. He just wants to show that you're mentally ill. However which way you call it, whatever your inkling is to label it, whatever. He gave you so many passes, right? Oh, here we go. Okay.
And it is what.
Yeah. I've had the link dropped. It's pinned.
No, Ryan was not.
Tigers, just exit the chat. The link is pinned. Please. I'm giving Ernie Shell supporters the opportunity that they claim Ryan did not. Why would they not want to come on my panel? Because I have an entire spreadsheet to debunk them just like that? But Ryan didn't. Ryan relied on those of us that have been around, right? So when he doesn't let a tiger try to come up, and they're smooth fucking talkers, people. Because he buffered himself and he said, you know what? I'm going to defer to the experts, right? And he did a wonderful job. And he put a presentation together to cater to his audience, the true crime people. His audience, the true crime people, not yours, Ernie, to give them facts, not opinion, proven documentation of your bullshit, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Rabbi. Ernie's programmed to self-destruct due to bad genetics and even worse life choices. He can't help himself. I agree with that statement. He's destined to fail because he will not just stop lying to not just the general public for cash apps. He won't stop lying to himself. Imagine you repeat a lie over and over again. They say visualization is so powerful. Most people visualize great things, right? Most people like, let's say I want to lose 10 pounds. So I start dieting and I do some visualization exercises and I'm like, I am skinnier. I am skinnier. And I repeat this 100 times a day because if you repeat something enough, it becomes reality. Imagine chaining yourself to this reality.
Honest. And when they was reading stuff with the military police, how come everybody leaves off the bottom sections of it? I don't understand that. Really don't understand that. So we did strike Ryan. It will go through because
Ryan played our content. Good luck with that.
Ryan did things he shouldn't have done in that video. Mainly, and I'm not going to tell you what he did that was really catching. It was actually a channel taker. Or even let us not be bashed in chat for speaking Ernie. We weren't. Exactly. That's how he is. That's exactly how he is. But Ryan's got bigger problems. I'll just say that. He's got a lot bigger problems. And I guarantee you it ain't going to be hiding under a fucking rock. And that's a fact. Now.
And, okay, here's step 2 of Ernie. Threats. Here we go.
Yes. Beach blanket, 1,000%. Ryan should have been able to have my people up there. And you know what, too? We could have brought in 2 or 3 mothers.
Where are they at, Ernie? Where's the 2 or 3 mother? My link is pinned. My link is pinned. Where are they at? I will gladly have a conversation. I will not yell. I will not be rude. That's why I said you can't come up. But your supporters absolutely can. Yep. And now we're to threats.
Of people whose kids I had rescued, and they would have came up in a heartbeat for me. I have one girl in California, one woman in California, all the way in fucking California. I could have her up there, and she could talk about it. But you know, it is what it is. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Ryan, he made his bed, and he'll lay in it now. Now, when things get too heavy on him, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
There you go, Ernie supporters.
So
Hit
it
the
is what it is, and that's why we're going to do this. Right now, let's everybody just calm down. Let's let everybody speak. Let everybody speak their minds. It's all good.
Mm. This was funny. I actually sat through this for about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Michelle. I do appreciate that. You know, here's the thing. Traders really messed up in her stuff. I'll just be honest with you. And I understand that she wasn't, I understand it.
Wasn't up
But
there.
we went back and we also struck her as well. We struck traders. I don't know. We struck 4 or 5 different people, and tomorrow there'll be 5 or 6 more.
For 3 years, he has threatened to strike me. Never once have I gotten a strike. Not once, not ever. Good luck.
You was blocked, Mandy Cat. See, that's the way they did. And I knew it wasn't going to go my way when he brought Lisa Kay. And the first thing he says, I'm like, Tigers, it's all right. Calm down. Let it go on. And Ryan, he comments to me, Ernie, you can stay as long as you'll behave. Well, Ryan, I tell you what, brother, you better be working out, son, because we are going to meet.
Try getting out of a door without a knob. Just saying. They're way more useful than Ernie.
And we are going to meet face to face, oh buddy. And
threats.
Guess what? We're going to have a nice little conversation, you and I are. And
imagine striking someone and the content's not there to strike someone. I own years of Ernie content because I silently recorded, and guess who loses more channels than I change my underwear? That would be him, which means I am the owner of the content when that happens. I still have probably 100 lives that I forgot to publish. So my backup channel is where I record most everything, and when I feel the need to sit through it, because I have to sit through and go to it and undo, it takes a minute. And I usually do it in 20, 30 at a time on my backup channel. That's where just the whole lives are. And I have multiple channels. Nicolina's channel, that I now own that content. Ernie's channel, multiple, like 4 Ernie channels that he's lost. You can't strike me for my own content. So when I send Ryan my lives, if, let's say, Yeah Mom would be the only one that could strike, and I highly doubt, yeah, exactly. I highly doubt Yeah Mom would strike him. But even if she did, guess what? All I have to do is say, no, Ryan, send them my link. Say, I was not using that. I was using this. Handled. And I'm sure Ryan knows how to beat strikes. But again, when you do fair use, it's YouTube's not even in the same anymore.
I'm telling you right now, even though when we do have that conversation, guess what happens? Guess what happens, pal? You're in Kingsport, son, a place where I worked 20 fucking years of my life.
Oh, really?
Don't.
Okay, because I just showed 2016, right? That wasn't in Kingsport. 2017, Trump task force, right? Let's take Ernie's word that he's born in 79. So you got to get to what, 16 before you can start working? That brings us to what? 96? 96 to 2016 would be 20 years. You were not in Kingsport, buddy. Oh, but I forgot. He was a bounty hunter for 20 years. Oh, speaking of bounty hunters, finally, damn, I didn't time. See, I'm not going to waste my time going back to recording. Exactly. There's Leslie for the win. Leslie knows. He finally admitted that he got caught with the fraudulent. When you sign up to be a bounty hunter, you go to a website and the huge red checkmark box says, I do not have a felony. I do not have a felony. And he checked that box, right? And it says, do not lie. Having a felony does not disqualify you from becoming a bounty hunter. Guess what he did? He checked that box that he does not have a felony. And when I let the people know, me and many other people, let's just put it that way, me and many other people that I will not name, we called the Tennessee people and we said, hey, Ernie Shell is a felon on felony probation. Here, don't take my word for it. Put this website in. Sent them the email. They pulled it up. And guess what? They said, okay, we'll be FOIAing Madison County or whatever. We'll call Madison County. We'll get them to send over his felony paperwork. Thank you. And then they forwarded it to the Tennessee Attorney General. 2 days ago, Ernie Shell finally admitted that he fraudulently obtained that license. But, of course, he twisted that part. He said, they took it away from me. They called and reported. No, we were being great citizens, okay? You are masquerading as some type of law enforcement and bounty hunter and first responder and military. And we, at every time you turn around and do that, we are going to call that place and tell them you're a liar. And it's not us. Yeah. It's not us. Yeah. And it wasn't just me. Let me not be the glory hog on that one. There were many of us, and we all worked together flawlessly, which is what we do. I don't have to go live every day about Ernie. I've went live enough about Ernie. You all know who the fuck Ernie is. And you all, I see you, help me further the truth. We spread the fucking truth. And that's why we're enemy number one. And unfortunately, and I know Ghost and fucking Lisa Kay did a phenomenal job helping Ryan the way they did, filter through all the bullshit, all the work that we've done collectively. I think it was great the way he covered it. I think he catered it to his audience and his audience took it and they know the truth. And that makes me happy, especially because the true crime grifters wanted to give Ernie more fucking people to believe in him. How do you do that? You put your, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Imagine I brought up, I'll use you, MacB. Let's say MacB was a grifter. Let's say I brought up MacB on my panel and I was like, MacB, tell us about the Summer Wells interviews you did. And MacB was like, yeah, Candace is guilty and here's the paperwork to prove it. That ruins my reputation, right? These people don't give a fuck. Benny Keys, Voices, and Ziggy, they're like, yeah, Ernie, and Rap's adopted. And he's Don Wells' son. Let's run with that. Are you fucking serious? And they do this regularly, and their followers believe it. So when they parade Ernie fucking Shell on panel, and he pretends to be a fucking cop and military and all that other bullshit, they're like, yeah, tell us your expertise. You're an expert questioner. You're an expert interrogator. Fuck my life. Just like Prayer Garden. Aw, Peach. I wanted to bring your message back up. Absolutely naive. I totally forgot. I had this start a long time ago. This is a comment from like an hour ago. Hey, turn the page. Hey, it is what it is. And they gave, just like Prayer Garden did last year, Prayer Garden paraded him. It's funny that he, and I have no knowledge of this. I don't know anything about Ryan covering Summer Wells' head in a box. What I do know is Prayer Garden said that shit. And I have that fucking clipped on my channel, Ernie Shell. That's your girl, right? I can't remember if it's on my main or my backup. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Rumor. Hey, Kim. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Exactly, Night Owl. Not one. In the last 4 years, and Night Owl predates me, by the way. In the last 4 years, we all have been here listening to his bullshit. He's never caught one predator or one fugitive. Not even one. He's a fucking fraud, and I can only think his people are complicit. A fucking pen. Hey, Battlemore. Yes. Oh, that's another one. I couldn't have been 90 because my van wasn't calibrated. Did he say my windshield wasn't calibrated? Fuck my life. It's all going to come out in court. That's what you said about the van. We've got that. We've got all those recordings. I mean, I could spend the rest of my life reviewing all of Ernie Shell's recordings. Oh, that's how many we have. Years. Just pure recordings. And I don't have them all time stamped because it is very taxing. Okay. It is very taxing. Yeah, they do. Tiger Lori, beloved. Who else is Mo? Chasing Justice. I seen her trying to get her wrench back today. I mean, what the fuck are we doing?
Don't you think that I don't have just as much pull or even more than you do there, son? Now, I hear you run a little church or you're a little preacher or something. I may even attend one of your fucking services, boy.
I was thinking this last night. It's not a very good idea right here, right now, to be threatening to go up in a church with hostile intentions, Ernie. This may elevate your terroristic threats, especially after what just happened. Okay? The environment in the United States right now with these psychotic, delusional, hostile, you act just like these kids and these people that are going in, shooting up places, you're acting just like that. So I don't think it's a good, you might want to tailor your argument to be a little less hostile, a little less delusional, and maybe not threaten to walk up in a church to be aggressive and hostile. Because right now, you might get a visit from the FBI.
Even attend one of them.
Just say.
Wouldn't that be nice to see the man with the crocodile hat and the rattlesnake boots come to your church? And then literally take the pew away from you and speak on things that you probably don't want your congregation to know about?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just see what happens.
Oops.
Nah. Ryan went right straight for the. He went straight for the carotid arteries. What he did. He did. He didn't have none of my people. Didn't want none of my people up there. I'm not threatening him. I said I was going to go to the church. I'm going to go to his church. That is not threatening. That is not threatening. Thank you, sweetie. Honey, I appreciate that.
He literally just had some weirdo shoot up a church 2 days ago. Okay? 2 days ago.
That is not threatening at all. I don't give a damn if it is. I don't care. Okay? You have to understand.
Hey, Mama.
It would be hilarious if you get arrested in church. I would not get arrested in church. I promise you that. I promise you that. Not for throwing Satan out of the damn thing. Ryan done what he did. And well, there's he's going to speak to me about it. He will speak to me about it. I promise you that.
So Benny Keys came back and stole Nicolina from Ernie and ruined his life again. Although, who's Crystal Crime Conversations? She came up on Ernie's panel last night because, of course, he's done like 3 or 4 lives threatening Ryan Finds Truth and, being very hostile and aggressive towards Ryan, who gave him more than one cop out. Okay. He was so nice. A lot of people were like, dude, you're too nice. You're too naive. And he used that approach, the soft approach, right? And Ernie, look how mean he is and aggressive towards Ryan. Said, and then he threatened his kids already the other day when Ryan put his live out and Ernie hadn't heard a second of his live. He threatened his children. I mean, what the fuck? Crystal Crime Conversation came up on his panel last night. It's like, hey, we're here to protect the children at all costs. But she did say, I haven't been watching. She absolutely probably missed him threatening Ryan's children. I like Crystal's. I mean, she's not my cup of tea, but I think she's a nice lady. She's a little out there. If anybody would say, "Hey, get a pass," I would give her a pass. Not Ernie.
And his crash needs to hurry up and get the fuck here, I tell you.
Oh, he said,
Michelle, I don't care about people.
Did we catch that? See, I haven't been recording, but I know it's on Ghost, where he said that was a pedophile he kidnapped and was killing in their trunk or something. What the fuck?
Like that, okay? I have nothing for people like that. Like right now, we have an opportunity. We have our Night One Watch program back. We could dig into his daughters and their satanic views if that's what people would want. I mean, if they want content, we can have all kind of content. I can have all kind of content. I mean, I know Kingsport City Police. I know all the police officers are there. I know a lot of them. A lot of the police officers. I mean, a lot of them's new, but I still know a lot back in the old days. So I tell you.
Yeah. Crybaby says, not one of you asked for a link. I have had my link pinned for how long? Where are the Ernie supporters? Where?
Well, Ryan's going to see how fake I really am. I'm telling you, he's going to find me up close and personal. We're going to have a conversation. He can take his little wife and his kids out of the room or wherever. It'll be me and him. If he wants to have a couple people, I can also.
You know, you want to talk shit about his children, right? But now you want them to leave the room? Why? Because you don't want more witnesses to see you get your ass kicked?
So I have a couple people. I could take Crash, and I could take, I could probably get Andy with me. I could probably.
Crash and Andy, people. Crash and Andy.
We get Fred. I could probably get Johnny.
Fred who? Fred Hill? And Johnny.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that 100%. We could do it.
So if you're just tuning in, he's now threatening to go find Ryan at church with 4 malicious sounding people with hostility and anger and terrorism. That's what I heard.
Yes, Goya. You can't spell. I know. It's all right.
Yeah.
But anyways, I do want to thank you all. I really do. I don't have no schizophrenia. Anyways, I do appreciate.
That's funny because E squared, you sure did convince E squared. And I may have that. I don't know. I lost a bunch of recordings. I may have it on my other computer. E squared paid out of her own pocket. I got to think hard because this was a long time ago. This was on a panel with Jimbo. E squared paid out of her pocket when court was approaching. She paid out of her own pocket to get him to a doctor because he was supposed to go to one hospital to another, and E squared paid for him to be evaluated to get medication, and that documentation said schizophrenia, if you can believe E squared. But now that it's not useful anymore, he's no longer schizophrenic.
Appreciate it. Like I said, we can have a little bit of fun, entertainment purposes only. What he should have done last night, but he messed up.
Me too.
He messed up. Wouldn't let my people up there. He blocked my people, as a matter of fact. He blocked my people. He blocked my people.
None of your
so it is what it is, and we'll see about it, won't we, Ryan? I can't wait you go on one of your big adventures next time. I'll catch you, and it's going to be awesome. I'll get to meet you face to face, shake your hand and everything, literally.
That will probably happen.
So, Ryan was acting, he was crying. He was like, I feel for it. Well, brother, I'm going to feel for you. Literally feel for you.
Ew.
That's what's going to happen. I'm literally going to feel for you, brother.
Ryan, he wants to touch your no square.
Brother, love you, man.
I will feel for you. Ew.
And I love you, brother. Viking God, I beat your ass in a wrestling match, dude. And dude, you ain't nothing, bro. Okay, you throw a few punches in here and there, and you're out of breath. You're round as you are tall, Scotty. Scotty Adams is who you are, right? Tell everybody who you really are.
Shout out.
Fatu. You even spelled your name Fatu instead of Phatu. I thought it was like Fatu, like you some sign of, like you're like a Samoan or some shit. No, hell no. It comes out you spell your name Fatu, Fatu. That's exactly how it is.
They should.
Hate wearing glasses or contacts, but too scared for laser? Try drinking warm water before bed to improve eyesight.
Well, I hope they have pity for him. I don't need his pity. And him keep saying, it's mentalness. Well, every evaluation I've had that's been ordered by the state, I have passed, Ryan. But you didn't want to bring none of that shit up.
Okay, let's use semantics. He said, and I quote, every mental evaluation that's been ordered by the state. But it was beneficial for him. He went and got diagnosed, whatever the doctor would say, right, Ernie?
You didn't bring my executive protection stuff up, and everybody's now they're going back.
It's encompassed on my community post. Your executive protection experience, the 28-day contract that's only 27 days from Kelly Services, right?
Back to the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff, and when Mr. McGinnis.
Oh, but now hold on. He said you didn't bring up the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff, but Behind Green Eyes just reposted the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. And now he's pissed that she did that. He threatened her when she came in he's like, she's blocked. And then he tried to use her first name and she'll never be unblocked. Damn you, Behind Green Eyes. Behind Green Eyes was just reposting what we've all already said. Nicolina's called. I've got those lives. Angelo's called. Got those. You were never. In fact, you can look it up. Kyle Rittenhouse did have private security. That private security does not know who Ernie Shell is. He was at the front of the building. Kyle Rittenhouse's security sat in the courtroom with Kyle Rittenhouse. He was never taken out the front door. Those were rallies, okay? That had nothing to do, and he was not media security. The sheriff's department, go Google it. Kyle Rittenhouse security was what? The sheriff's department, Ernie. Not you. Oh, hold on. Oh, let me put it up. We have an Ernie supporter, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Ernie supporter.
Well, hello. How you doing? Listen, I came over here to tell you that Ernie is the ultimate super soldier, king of the jungle, lightning tiger, and all y'all are bitches in the chat.
You're right.
Y'all don't understand what he's done for me, you, and America.
Take it back.
Shame on all y'all.
I'm so sorry, Terry. You're right.
You're has almost died from cancer, tarantula bites, alligators, tetanus.
Mouth. You're right. You're right.
All this stuff, and y'all want to sit and laugh at him. He is dying from AIDS, but don't worry. I would rather fake cancer than have AIDS and tell people faking cancer is a way worser thing.
You know, Terry, you've changed my. Why didn't you jump up on Ryan's panel? How dare you, Ryan? How dare you, Ryan, not let slow Terry up?
Ryan, don't find truth.
Ryan, you need a panel where you host Ernie supporters.
Do you like my avatar?
I love it.
It was the best one I could find. I know I look a little confused, but hey, we're all confused. I don't even know how I got here. I just clicked on your link and I knew it. You'd be talking about my tiger. Rawr.
Damn it, now I'm kicking everybody off the stage. Slow Terry, everybody. Slow Terry.
Listen, I don't understand why y'all are so mean. You need to give Ernie a chance. He has been fighting for you, me, and all America for his whole life. He was born a tiger, die a tiger, with the lightning. I just can't with you people.
Hey,
I think y'all need to switch sides. Katie and traitors, those little bitches, they lie. They sit around and lie. They tell all these lies about Ernie, my tiger.
You know what, Slow Terry, you've changed my mind. You know what, I'm gonna have to rethink my entire channel. See, if Ryan would have just let up the Tiger supporters, he may have changed the whole dimension of his live stream.
Ryan doesn't believe in freedom of speech. And I'm here on behalf of the Tigers to tell you traitors it's war. It's war, bitch.
How do you spell war?
Roar, 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 war, roar.
Guys, I was just terroristically threatened by Slow Terry. I'm in fear for my life now. Yes, finally. We waited a year. Feels like a year.
Had the microphone, which I didn't even go on, which I was filming. I was filming and letting everybody know how the crowd was. And yes, I was filming. Was I actually doing protection at that time? No. My shit didn't start till after Kyle Rittenhouse shit, to afterwards. And then through
Again, Google Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse's family had private security in the courtroom. They took him out a back exit. Okay, that's one. Step two, Google Kyle Rittenhouse. Who handled security for Kyle Rittenhouse? That was the sheriff's department, not private security. Media did not have private security. They would have relied on the sheriff's department.
the night and everything, I was media security, not his security. They didn't even have that up there yet. The media hadn't even started lining up. They just had started getting there. Now, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not making no threats. I never threatened nobody. I said, me and Ryan, we will have a conversation.
No, you said, I'm going to storm up in that church, Ryan, and you're going to be crying, Ryan. I'm hostile and I'm mad. I'm mad that you insulted me. You were so mean to me, Ryan. You went for the jugular, Ryan. Now I'm going to destroy you.
Where that conversation leads
And your kids are Satan worshipers, Ryan.
to,
That's what you said.
we'll find out, won't we? That's exactly what I said. Thank you. I'm not worried about no security. You think I care? Fuck, I'm a fucking executive protection guy. I could walk through their security in a matter of fucking seconds.
And we just debunked that. We just debunked that. You are not executive protection.
Worried about that. You don't.
I think Ernie thinks if you get a big jacket and walk down someone's street recording with the name security on the back, that makes you look 200 pounds heavier, right, Ernie? You did that. You did that, didn't you? Big security on the back. You stand out like a sore thumb, stupid.
I don't think that I would. You're an idiot. If you think that I wouldn't go prepared, you are fucking crazy. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is. No,
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about all that.
or I might somewhere, but not off the top of my head.
And she'll remain blocked.
For
Katie's account will remain blocked. Behind green eyes, Katie. She's lucky.
So he's mad. You just heard him. You just heard him say, Ryan, you didn't bring up my Kyle Rittenhouse. You didn't do it. So behind green eyes did. She granted your motherfucking wish like a motherfucking genie in a bottle. Okay? And now you're mad and you blocked her.
Yeah, I don't dox her last name, but you know, it is what it is. I don't want her around me. I'm using a walker. I've been in and out on my walker. Yes, I am. Thank you. Now,
walker. And the church was getting broken into.
And then he did the shit with Desert Storm right after, and the thing about it is, I said this many a times. I knew I was being recorded, and that's why I said that. Don't you think that I didn't know that in the 90s, Desert Storm and all that? You don't think that I didn't know that? Ridiculous.
And this is why.
But he used that. I like I said, I can't wait to see you, Ryan. I cannot wait to see you. Can't wait to.
Now, I totally forgot when a new person is covering, there's so much. I totally fucking forgot. And someone sent him my live where I debunked all his military shit. Anyways, I forgot about this one. So y'all just heard him. Y'all just heard him. I knew I was being recorded, right? Hold on. I knew I was being recorded. What was it 43? What did I say? 43, 22. I knew I was being recorded. That's what he said. This is from August 31st of 2023.
While literally he just said today that he was in a car accident and it railroaded his dreams of being
before I went to war. Before you went
before
I went active.
Before I went to war. One more time.
He believes he's been to basic training because of the 1.5 year thing. While literally he just said today that he was in a car accident and it railroaded his dreams of being
before I went to war. Before you went
before
I went active.
Which war was that?
Dude, the Gulf.
Okay.
Well,
Dude,
Jimbo,
you know that shit, bro?
Wait,
It's not,
this says
man.
date of enlistment 99, effective date March. What is that? 2001?
Exactly. September the 3rd of 99.
You went to war, Ernie? Hell
I said before I went to war, I was in a car wreck.
Okay.
Wait.
It is possible, Jimbo, that he did basic and AIT and then got into his car wreck about a year into his service, and then they discharged him a few months later.
I want to say one thing real quick.
They
wouldn't hold me for a year and 6 months, bro, without basic.
I think you didn't even know you had that information.
Oh, I knew it. I'm
sure you did.
I did know it, dumbass.
I'm sure.
Let me say one thing real quick because I got to go back home. Ernie, stop getting an inch and trying to take a mile. Please stop letting people talk to you. Before Cool Bro even came on, you said I didn't even make the basic training. You sat here and let her talk to you and saying that, oh, I believe.
No, I never. I let you assume like you always do. You fucking assume. You never check it twice. You never check it twice.
Sugar Pie, it's all the above. We've got those recordings too. But I sent Ryan all newer stuff, all within the last year, even though I have evidence of him doing this for years and years and years. I did not want to overwhelm his topic. I sent him the most recent of the clips. The jail calls were a perfect sampling of his bullshit in a condensed version, right? So I didn't have to send 50 because he would condense his delusional crazy shit all in a 5-minute fucking period. It's beautiful, it's perfect, and it encompasses exactly who the fuck Ernie is. I know for a fact that he did know that the calls were being released. It's in the jail calls. But I also know, I don't think Renee Marie was in on the troll. Hey, Army Vet. Yes, good film. Because she said, I'm crying, Ernie. I knew you were real. I have real tears, Ernie. You're a real boy. We've got that in the jail calls. We've got Renee Marie crying. I knew you were a real boy, Ernie. I always believed. I don't think Renee Marie was in on the troll there, buddy. It must be a smack in the face to her. She was sending you like $50 a day plus, right? She was sending you $50 a day, damn near, sounded like, or more, of her own hard-earned money, and you were ripping her off. And then you were using all that money that she sent for you to call her words, hey, Lily. She sent all that fucking money. And then you were like, hey, I got a Cash App. I'm being ripped off. They charged me 3 times $50 for booking, $2 a day, $6, $10, $15 to see the doctor, $15 for Medicaid. I mean, you were just making shit up. And then you were like, hey, drop my Cash App. I made a new Cash App. Oh, I made a new YouTube channel. Oh, I'm not going back to YouTube. Oh, if I plead guilty, I can be out of here with time served. Oh, but I won't plead guilty. I mean, you yanked that woman around. Yeah, he really is that man.
That's why I'm out
cut
here,
it
Ernie.
once. Check it twice, cut it once. That's it. That's all I ask you to do from now on. Instead of going around looking like a little servant, asking all these army people all a bunch of bullshit questions that you did and laughing about it.
What war were you going to go to, Ernie? You said
Anyway,
the Gulf
I'm about to
War?
go back home.
That's what he
I'm about to
said.
go back home.
Saudi Arabia.
So in 2001 or 99, you were going to go to a war that was in 91? That ended
That's
in
what he
91, I mean? How do you do that? Explain that to me. How are you?
He's a super soldier time travel escape with Speakeasy. Come on. How else? I don't always serve in the war, but when I do, it's the fucking Civil War, people.
You're going to go in 99. How are you going to go back in time to a war that ended in 91?
I misunderstood that.
I misunderstood that. Hold on. We got another one. We've got another Ernie Shell supporter. Welcome on the air, Ernie Shell supporter.
Hello, traders. I don't know if you would call me a supporter at this moment, hour, second, but I just wanted to come up here and tell you that I think you are very unethical in your ways. I think that you and Katie make so much fun of me and your mother too. Don't think I forgot about your mother.
Sapphire, shame on you.
We have problems forever, and I just want to say that every other Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I really do think that Ernie is that man. I called him in jail, and I don't understand why I was not credited with the support that I gave to him this whole time.
You know, Renee, I've been pretty abrasive with you for many years now. And how come it hasn't set you straight?
That hurts.
It's called tough love, Renee.
Well, it's too tough. I know that you all think that I'm the hateful one in the chat.
Renee Marie.
And I know that you all are mad and made fun of me because when I went to Charlie K's, when I jumped the ship for the 50,000th time and said, oh, the chat is so hateful, you all laughed at me and you think I'm hateful. Listen, just because I cannot flush the hateful flotation device around my neck down the toilet, just because I cannot get the hate drained from around my neck, doesn't mean that I'm not trying to be a better person. I want to be that woman. I am starting a channel called That Woman. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Listen.
You know what? I'm going to be your first mod, right?
I was coming up here to apologize and jump ship for the 50,000th time.
I
You can
would
forget
accept-
about that.
I would accept your apology, but you've actually apologized to me about 100 times, and then you take it back, and then you do it again, and then you blame me for crazy shit. Hey, Susie. Yeah, I like her new pic too. Yeah, Jabba the Hutt does already have a channel. So here's another one, Mr. Nobody. Another war. Okay. Very accurate so far.
And let's all say it together. We, the people, will protect the children at all costs.
I'll dox the shit out of that motherfucker. I'll dox his kids' names as well. I'll dox his goddamn granny. I'll dox his mommy, his daddy, his uncle, his aunt. I'll dox where he works.
Now, everyone who knows me knows that I am military
and law
enforcement.
When were you going to visit that? That's all my question was.
Didn't go.
You didn't go.
No, didn't go. I never have claimed I ever did. Never. So let me explain to you. Desert Storm was going on when I went to basic a little bit. Especially when you think that I'm on one. I think you're a little, messed up. You come out with shit with nowhere, and I was getting a kick out of it first. I was like, and then you really believe it? Your mama tell you really believe that? Keep it up. Put the video. Post the original video. I want you to. I've not seen it. I know it ain't me.
Ernest, they're not going to shoot you. I need you to listen to what they're trying to tell you.
He got guns. He's got a gun.
They all have guns, sir. They all have guns.
I know, but he's going to shoot me for nothing.
Ernest, I need you to calm down and listen to what they're telling you. You have to listen to what they're saying. They're trying to keep you safe.
That ain't right, Phil. I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do nothing to you.
I did run down the highway from the police. They tased me 9 times. It took 5 of them. It took 5 of them. We rode down.
We've seen the video. Thank you, Mr. Nobody, for putting the video with his LARP. I was tased 9 times. It took 9 of them. It took 15 of them to tackle me down a hill, uphill, both ways, right?
Downhill. But they
And then I broke the cuffs.
couldn't turn me over to handcuff me in my back, could they?
I think this is a sex dream.
No, they could not. 5 of them. So let me tell you something. When I'm at my best in my game, I'm hell on wheels.
I know. Look, man, I haven't. And this is what he considers at his best on his game.
Done nothing wrong. I'm PPS. Look, man, I'm PPS and everything.
Okay, if you're PTS and you're having an episode and everything, how do you know you're PTS and you're having it? I've seen many body cameras of men in actual PTS and everything, and they don't know they're in PTS and everything. So the fact that you can have the self-awareness to announce that you're PTS and everything tells me you're probably not PTS and everything.
I'm gonna take you again. Get on your back.
Turn over.
Get on your back. I'm gonna take you again.
Turn over.
Get on your back. Okay, I'm my back. I'm on my back, sir. He's gonna be the one shooting you, Andy. Oh, God.
4, 2, 4, 5 starts with you. But when she put that blindfold on and put her little restraints or whatever the hell she did, put her little buttercuffs and stuff, that little Velcro shit, little nearest to nothing, and laid back like her, got back like she did, I just walked out, left the door open. 2 of my black friends were standing out there.
Yeah.
I told them to have fun.
Oh my God, Ernie.
Like, trigger warning if you like. It's reality.
You know, I never thought of it from that angle, and you actually might be right. He may have been screaming, I'm PPS, meaning personal protective security and everything. I'm Trump security and everything.
And I'm real as it comes. I've done bad things in my life. I've done some crazy shit in my life. People never believed me. Tam thinks I'm in some rehab.
How can you be creepy in the dark? Okay, when you're in the dark, right, and you can't really make out. I want to see if I can get this face.
Tam.
How do you just know with like just the nose tipping through that somehow this guy's a creep? That's how bad of a creep you are, Ernie. Even in the dark, we know from 100 miles away or 1,000 miles away that you're a fucking creep.
Tam thinks I'm in some rehab. I'm considered farthest from the truth I've ever heard.
We're about
I told you where I was at. I have no reason to hide. No reason to hide any of it. Told you everything.
That was perfect, Mr. Nobody. That was perfect. Okay, Let me drop Mr. Nobody's link one more time. Mr. Nobody puts great videos out, and he just sent me a meme, and I need to upload it. The strong hand is my favorite Ernie Shell meme that he makes, and he sent me that in a compilation, and I've got to share it with you guys because it's perfect. Also, here is Ghost's link on Rumble. Rumble has finally fixed their shit, and I almost can easily chat now from my cellular device. I'm too lazy to set up my computer. Ronnie says I look better in the dark too. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Yes, we definitely need a part 2. We definitely need a part 2. That scares me. I ain't gonna lie. Just gives me the willies. All right, so only 2, Slow Terry and Renee Marie, popped up to defend Ernie. I think I changed their mind, though, by the time they left panel. I definitely think I changed their mind. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will see you all somewhere today soon. Bye, guys.